Hey gang, today I am going to show you my step-by-step process in needle felting a little opossum friend. First thing is you'll need gray wool, some pinkish wool, some black wool, and of course core wool. We're going to take the core wool here. I usually just pull off a largest strand. You can always build it up more if you want. I flatten it out and fold it a couple times, and then I try to roll it into a cone shape. As you can see here, I'm trying to create a nose at the end. I'm going to felt it a little bit to felt it in place, and then I'm going to squoosh the bottom half to that way give it kind of a round booty. And then I'm going to felt some to keep everything in place, and then we'll build the shape from there. I'm adding a little more wool here just to give the nose and the face end a little more swoosh, I guess. And like I said, you can always add more wool. I usually add more wool throughout to help keep it compacted and to help give it the shape. And we're just gonna felt it into a cone shape here. Starting to get the right shape here. You want to make sure the front is nice and pointed, so we are just gonna felt that to a point in sort of a triangular motion. Here in the back, I'm just trying to give it a round look, and then once you've given the butt sort of a rounded look to it, and the possum is nice and firm, you'll want to go ahead and attach the gray felt. Usually I just eyeball how much I need. I usually will felt it down and then spin the wool around just to see how much I need. I'll close up the ends there by felting them in a rounded pattern, and then I typically will start at the neck and felt everything down until it's nice and smooth. You can kind of test the firmness of the opossum just by giving it a little squoosh with your fingers. And if it's still pretty squishy, then you'll want to continue felting because we want it to be firm enough to hold together and not get smashed. Now that our possum is all nice and firm and has its shape, we're gonna add the nose and tail. Use the peach pink wool for this. I usually just pinch off a little piece, roll it into my fingers to create a little ball, and felt it onto the tip. You can take this time to kind of shape the nose into a better triangle sort of shape. Now we'll make our tail, and I usually just pull off a long piece, roll it between my hands like you're making a Play-Doh snake, and then I'll felt it a little bit just to give it a little more firmness, and I'll roll it between my hands again just to give it a smooth look, and then attach it to the possum's butt. Next, we're going to do the possum eyes and ears. You'll need the black wool for this. For the eyes, again, I just kind of pull off two semi-equal pieces, roll them between my fingers to create little wool balls, and felt them on. Once I've got the eyes in place, I usually will use a little bit of the core wool or white wool just to add a little bit of a sparkle to the possum's eyes. It gives it just like a little more personality and looks a little more finished. And lastly, we'll make the ears. Again, I just sort of eyeball this. I just pull off two semi-equal amounts of black wool. I will roll them into a sort of cylinder circular shape and then just felt them down until they look sort of like ears. And I just try to felt them kind of at the same time so that way they have the same shape. Once they look like they have the same shape, I will attach the ears to my possum. I typically will felt in the front and back of the ears, just that way they are nice and sturdy in the opossum's head. For these ears particularly, they needed a little extra gray wool. I don't always do this, but you can do this just to make them look a little more seamless into the possum's face, so that way they don't stand out as much. After you've got these done, just felt it up and make it look nice, and you did it! You made a possum! Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my Etsy shop and my Instagram. Please like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Thank you so much.